Instagram is up. What's up, Stolas? Galdro Mo, what's up? Mr. J, Michael 2595, how you doing? Brooklyn, Raymer, Jay Fishin, Realtor, how you doing? Frankie, Albero, what's up? Robin, how you doing? What's going on? All right. TikTok, what's up? We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. What's up, guys? Welcome to Titan Talk Tuesday with me, John, CEO of Titan Medical Center. I got a great show planned for you guys, great information to give you guys, some cool little articles with some different health tips and different things you maybe look forward. And, of course, we're going to talk about NAD therapy, which is the therapy of the week. Plus, let's mention right now, we have the Titan Medical Father's Day special for all males out there for the blood work. We're giving you guys a special discount for all you guys out there, dads out there that have been busting butt, maybe not getting some of the credit you deserve, and making sure you guys are feeling on point. Because, listen, it all starts with us guys. I don't care what they say. Unless it's a single mom, right, that's bearing all the weight, it usually falls back on the dads when you're in the family, right? We take the beating, we do the work, we do all this stuff. And, you know what, we never put ourselves first, right? We always put, usually, if you're a good guy, you're usually putting your kids and your wife or whoever it is in front of you, right? Making sure their needs are taken care of. They come before you. It is what it is. That's just what it is to be a good dad. At that point, but you got to make sure you're taking care of yourself, okay? Us guys out there, you know, there's a lot of people out there that don't even want to get blood tests. They don't want to see what's going on. They're not sick per se, right? And they're like, I don't need to go see a doctor. I don't need this. I don't know. But it's really important because without you feeling good, without you in good health, which could cause, you know, maybe a good mood, you know, these things can cause you to not have the family around you because maybe you're sick in bed or at that point you're not feeling your best. So you're not giving your best all the way around. It's really important to put yourself, you know, to a certain degree, you know, first in this situation where you're going to get your health straight. Because without your health, you're not doing anything. You're not doing your job. You're not seeing your wife. You're not seeing your kids. You're not having any fun time. You're not doing nothing. So at that point, make sure you guys are taking this extra step to get the blood work, especially when we're offering the special. And if you guys are patients already, that's okay too, because you guys can get this for your 6-month checkup, put it in credit, put it in your file, and now you've got a discount on the blood work already. So at that point, the blood work special will go all this week. Now, I don't know, because I haven't seen too much information on the internet. I scour the internet some days. You know, it's Men's Health Month, right? Now, I know there's another month, you know, Pride Month and stuff like that too, but it's Men's Health Month, and we don't hear anything about it. I don't know why this is, but we should really focus on it. I know we were about Women's Health Month, breast cancer, Pride Month, all these different things, but we got to focus on the guys too. We can't forget about the guys. I mean, without a guy and a girl, you have no kid. There's no kids getting born, getting made. So at that point, let's look at the guys. And if there's wives out there, girlfriends out there, hey, you guys can get this for your lovely husband or your boyfriend too, and make sure they're on point. Maybe they'll be better in the bedroom for you. Maybe they'll have better mood. Maybe they'll look better for you. Who knows? But all these different things can happen just by looking at a blood test and making sure everything's all right. There's nothing that's deficient. Things might need to be optimized. You know, you can catch a lot of these different things and see where you're at. Not just guess and be like, oh, I think I'm okay. I think everything's all right. Or waiting until you have serious issues or serious symptoms. This is another thing. You know, people don't wait or they don't get things fixed until it's actually broke. They don't take the preventive measures to make sure everything is going to stay like it should. They want to wear it down, and then it breaks, and then they want to fix it. All right, I'm trying to be a part of the foundation. Official Lamb, let's go. Let me know. My Rocket, how you doing? A lot of people on here today. How you guys doing? Hulk Squad, the reason you don't hear about Men's Health Month is because I believe society is trying to feminize men. Just my take. You know, I can't say you're far off there. I see it in a lot of different things out there, what I'm seeing. Whether it's movies, like, just for example, right? I went and seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. My second time seeing it. It was a really great movie. But, you know, with that, they had the original Spider-Man, the original Peter Parker. And in this one, I don't want to give everything away, but he was in a pink robe, okay? And he was taking care of the kid 24/7. And Mary Jane was at the house, and that was it. And when he, like, came home, like, just some of the jokes and stuff like she said to him, like, basically like, know about sports and her know about sports and him not know about sports. He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, I know about sports. I see the constant degradation of males out there. Whether, like I said, movies, TV shows, just all around, which is not cool. I mean, we need to have masculine males. It doesn't have to be toxic masculinity, but we need masculinity for males. We don't need masculinity just for females, because there's females out there, they're getting masculinity through testosterone, right? And I'm talking about transitioning. So they're trying to be masculine, but their masculine's okay, and they're not really a man. We need to have men that are masculine. Infertility rates are down. They're lower than they've ever been around the world, not just in the United States. Infertility rates are the highest they've ever been. So at that point, we're not even catching up to the birth rate where we need to be at. Now, this is just, going and talking about things that are facts. So if you don't believe me, you guys can look it up. But it's something we really need to look at, and we need to take a serious look at and fix it, because it's not going good the way it is. Strength Addicts, what's going on? How you doing? Realtor VV said exactly. I appreciate that. Chris, Dave, how you guys doing? Young Ding in the house. Ding, I met one of your boys today, dude. What was his name? I think it was Ray Valdez. Yeah, I think that's what his name was. Ryan Valdez. That's what it was. So, what do you guys think, man? What do you guys think about it? You think I'm on point? Let me know.
Have you seen the Target boys section?
Yes.
You heard about that?
Yes, I did see the Target section. I know they're going crazy. I've seen all these different things. And, I'm glad some people are starting to stick up for themselves and stick up for what's right and what's not right, which is good. Because, man, it's getting really, really scary, guys. But listen, let's get back on topic. Mini Beast Tony, what's going on? I hope all is well. Josh Kander, what's going on? All right, so let's talk about one of these other subjects in here. What are we talking about here? Anybody have any questions about what we do? YG Lee, does Titan Serenity help you get REM sleep quicker? I have 7 days left. It should. It definitely should. It should get you into REM sleep a lot quicker, and you should have better sleep. How is the sleep going, YG Lee? Let me know, please. Wait, YG Lee, you're not on these therapies yet, right? Soon. 7 days left. All right. So 7 days, you'll be a Titan. I can't wait, man, because, man, you've been working up to this. It's time to reap the benefits, brother. All right. So Father's Day special, blood work, $130. Get you the full in-depth blood panel that we usually sell for $200. So at that point, even if you were a patient or whatever and you got a discount for $150, this is cheaper than anything we've given out. So $130 for all you guys out there, all your dads out there. If you're a single mother and you're bearing both weights, I'll even hook you guys up too. I ain't a hater. But, if it was Mother's Day, it wouldn't be going down like that. Fathers would definitely be left out in the cold. But we can't leave the women out in the cold at all, because we need to take care of our women. That's what good masculine males do. So at that point, we're going to help you guys out. All right? Next one, NAD therapy. So NAD is an amazing therapy. If you guys do not know what NAD is, you really need to check it out. Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. That's what NAD stands for. And NAD is a coenzyme found in every living cell in the body. It's really cool because it helps with natural energy and ATP. That's right. So this is great for workouts, energizing your cells, increasing cellular metabolism, boosting clarity and mental focus. That's some of the best. And that's really what you get out of it right away. So if you do an injection or you do an IV of NAD, it's going to be awesome because it should increase mental clarity and focus, being laser focused in and energized. And not a stimulant-driven energy, but a natural, crisp, clean, clear energy. It's awesome. It's helped me out in so many ways in so many different years. Plus, it helps cellular repair, right? On the cellular level, it helps repair. This is amazing, right? And this can help with a lot of different things like DNA and all these different things inside your body. So if you guys are really looking for one of the best anti-aging, mental clarity and focus, right, and natural energy therapies, then NAD is going to be the therapy for you guys. And you can use it in one day and it works, and you can use it next week on that one day and it works. You can use it every day if you really wanted to. But it's definitely a therapy that a lot of people should be able to utilize and really get a lot of great health benefits out of. So NAD, they use this with chronic fatigue syndrome, with mental clarity as far as Alzheimer's, dementia. So at that point, this could be a great therapy for you guys. Preventative too as well. So if you guys are looking for something like NAD, call us, text us, 727-389-3220. We service nationwide, guys. Anything from hormone replacement therapy, medical weight loss, vitamin amino acid injectable therapies, rejuvenation detox, libido enhancers, both males and females, peptide therapies like healing peptides, weight loss peptides, sexual peptides. We do blood work nationwide too as well, in-depth testing and STD testing. Any kind of blood work you guys need, test, lab test, single test, full in-depth panel, we got your back. All you guys got to do is call or text us 727-389-3220. All right. So let's get into the next subject. If you guys have any questions, hey, listen, how to get stronger, weight loss, all that, or some of these different therapies that I mentioned, please let me know. The Titan Serenity help the same night? Yes. It should help after each injection. It's not something that has to build up in your system. All right. What's your thoughts on Tren? All right. So I'm going over to TikTok here. All right. So what's my thoughts on Tren? All right. So Tren originally was it was a mass gainer, right? They used to give it to cattle. It used to be, these little Phena tablets, yellow. And, there were guys that would, obviously melt it down, whatever they did. And people inject this stuff. Tren, I think there's more negatives than good. Now, it's a great mass gainer, strong as shit. But there's negative side effects to it, really bad negative side effects. I mean, one, it'll make you sweat your butt off possibly at night, right? In your bed. Soaking sheets. What the hell happened to me? Two, you might not get sleep. It might cause you to stay up. Like insomnia type deal, right? That's not no good either. The other one, people have heard of Tren cough. If you haven't heard of it, what is Tren cough? So Tren cough is when people inject Tren, and they basically, it feels like your lungs are on fire. It literally feels like somebody dumped lighter fluid down into your lungs, and somebody lit a match, and they're on fire. And you're like coughing, and it's even harder, and you're like, man, I can't breathe. My eyes are watering. My face is all red. It feels like I'm tingling. That's what it is. It might make you jealous. It might make you erratic. It might make you aggressive. These are just some of the different things that people have had side effects with the Tren, So I don't think the risk is worth the reward. I think there's other things that you can do out there that would be healthier, especially cholesterol. It kills your cholesterol. Good cholesterol, HDL, LDL, bad cholesterol, up high. So you don't really want to mess with these things, right? I mean, I'm talking about single digits in HDL. That's really bad if you know what we're talking about. So, with that, like I said, I think there's better things out there that can work and give you a great result without, taxing your health like you should, or, the way your mood is, or whatever it may be. I think there's other things out there that can definitely help. Parabolin, way before cattle pellets. Okay, so Parabolin, yes. Same thing, though, side effect wise. So we're talking about the same thing. All right. And then, can you make your chest dance? Yes, I can. But I'm not going to do it on here, all right? I'm not getting paid enough. Do you work with people under 30? Yes. So, when you're 30 years old, listen, you could have lower testosterone levels. I've seen guys 25 years old have a 200, right? And not have taken anything previously. These guys were out of shape, genetic-wise, and never worked out a day in their life, and just horrible levels. IGF-1 levels in the tube, in the tank, and then testosterone levels in the tank. We treat those people. We want to make sure we take care of people. Now, listen, if you're 21 years old and you're looking for testosterone, you might not get it from us. Now, if you have low levels, you might go in clomiphene or HCG. It doesn't mean we won't help you, but, we want to be precautious, on younger guys to give them the best possible chance to have their own natural testosterone levels up. But once you're 30, and listen, it is what it is. They're either going to be good, bad, or ugly. And at that point, you need to take care of it, make sure it's done, optimized, and you're feeling good, looking good, performing your best. Quality of life is on point, and you're ready to go. Okay? John, my IGF-1 levels dropped so much, I'm unable to get it due to back order for months. Any info? Who are you with, Fez? Who are you with? John, my IGF-1 levels dropped so much, I'm unable to get it due to back order for months. Back order. Who has back order? We don't accept insurance. So there was a question on here about insurance. I'm sorry. So to give you a little background information on insurance, I don't want to make it long, but the way insurance works is this. If a doctor wants to run a blood test on you, any kind of lab test, a diagnosis code needs to be along with it. And without the diagnosis code, it doesn't cover it. So at that point, the bill gets kicked back to you, and you're paying an outrageous amount of money. I mean, outrageous. Something for one test that you would get from LabCorp, if you were paying out of pocket, cash pay, would be the amount of my full in-depth panel for $150 in some of these tests. Other people have higher deductibles, so at that point, they have to pay the deductible before they can get it done. The other thing is it restricts providers and what they can and can't do. So if you're trying to get through your insurance, let's say it's testosterone replacement therapy, if you try to get it and you don't have 2 clinically deficient levels on AM test, then a lot of insurance companies will not even cover it. Other insurance companies want to dictate it'll be a gel, a cream, an injection. I won't go over 100 milligrams. We're not doing that. We're doing what's best for the patient. Okay, and then if the patient wants to say, hey, listen, then that's between the provider and the patient, not between the insurance company telling the provider what they can do for the patient to help the patient. That's not their job. All right, so that's why we don't take it. I'm in healthcare and I have great insurance, but nothing beats getting the blood work with Titan for a complete picture. A regular PCP isn't trying to see beyond the basis. Thank you, Titan. Emma, thank you, dude. This I didn't even get to read this before I just talked about this. So thank you very much. Being in healthcare, and listen, there are some good insurances out there, right? I mean, I pay out the butt for me, my wife, and my kids' insurance. Do I ever use it? Never. I don't use it for blood tests. I'd rather pay. I mean, because I got to pay the deductible still. Even though it's the best insurance, I get prescriptions for free or whatever. I don't even get my prescriptions by insurance. The other thing about it is that once you do get any medications or any lab work comes back or anything that's been covered by insurance and it's negative, that goes on your permanent record. So that it's all documented down. Through Titan, it doesn't happen like that. Plus, you get expedited results. So with blood work alone, you do the blood work through us, you get the results back in 3 to 4 business days. You do the blood work through a PCP. Here's what happens, the situation scenario. And tell me if this sounds familiar. So you make an appointment, whether it's online now through telehealth or you're going into the office and you want to get blood work done. You're low on energy, you feel depressed, things ain't working in the bedroom like they should, the wife's mad. So at that point you're like, dude, I got to get this fixed. Something's going on with me. So you go to the doctor. You're like, hey, doc, this is what's going on. Depressed, low energy levels, I'm not working in the bedroom like I should. Wife's getting mad. I just don't feel like myself, man. I don't like this. So like, all right, well, it sounds like this. Now, if you got ED, we can give you, some Viagra. If you're depressed, we'll give you some antidepressants. No blood tests for those things. That's what they just give you. Or they're like, hey, listen, let's run the blood test. There might be some cool PCPs out there and say, you know what? I'm going to run all these tests on you. No problem. So you get the blood test done. Now, you've had to pay the copay to go into the provider, right? You get the blood test done because after you leave the provider. So that's the second stop. Now you have to wait for those lab results to come back. Usually in a PCP office, they ain't getting the results back in 2-3 weeks. Because it has to go in, and it has to get filtered through, and then the provider looks at it, and then he filters it back. And he says, call them, and they're busy, and then they call you. And they're like, hey, listen, we got your results. All right, cool. What are they? Oh, we'll have to schedule another appointment for you. Instead of Titan, like, hey, listen, we got your results. Hey, this is what it is. Do you want to schedule an appointment? No, I just want more results. No problem. Here they are. At that point, you have to schedule another appointment, pay another copay, go back in, and you might get the results. You will get the results once you go in, but you might get treated, you might not get treated. Now you've wasted more copay. You waste a lot of time, and time is money, right? Time is valuable. You never get time back. That's one thing I've learned through all my years, man. Now, time is everything. So I'm gonna make sure my time is spent good. At that point, that's how it goes down. It's really, really crazy how it goes down. No, I'm with you guys. I was told IGF-1 is not in stock because it's back order. I am cat. Gotcha. All right, Fez. Listen, IGF-1 has been on back order. The reason is because the FDA cannot allow these different pharmacies about IGF-1. Don't know why. Being stupid. There's no rule against it. But some pharmacies out there are going to start producing it again. That's what they tell me. No, at that point, I'm going to make sure that an email goes out to all the patients saying, hey, listen, IGF-1's back in stock. I'll contact the patients first so they get the first crack at it because I don't know how much they're going to get. But, at that point, you might want to buy up a couple kits if you can when we do get the pharmacies in line. Now, if the IGF-1 is low right now, right, Fez, there are some different options you can take from Titan right now and get it right now. One, CJC, $12.95 and Ipamorelin. That's going to be a good one. Now, it's not going to jump crazy in IGF-1, but it will help, and it will help get it up. The other one, if you really want to jump IGF-1 levels up, you got to be self-controlled with this therapy, though, is MK. MK677, Ipamorelin, oral GHR. It's a capsule, and man, it's a growth hormone-releasing hormone peptide. Now, it's going to make you really hungry, right? So you got to prepare. Make sure you got good food. But the other part about it is it's going to raise IGF-1 levels, and it should raise them pretty good. So at that point, you should get a great effect from it. So that might be some other options while you're waiting for IGF-1, and then you can get it up because IGF-1 is important, guys. Insulin growth factor 1. IGF-1 is what growth hormone turns into inside the body. It goes through the pituitary to the liver, converts in the liver, and IGF-1, 2, and 3 are created. IGF-1 has all the benefits of growth hormone. That's what you get the benefits from, okay? So it's really important to keep that level up, at least being at an average level. You know, nobody wants to be average, but if it's at an average level, it's okay. But I've seen some guys. So one of my best friends, he lives in Chicago. I've known this guy my whole life, and really best friends to this day. I talked to him the other day. He's a patient too as well. And at that point, he was telling me, you know, because I seen his blood work, and he just got his blood work back. And, you know, he's on a little low dose testosterone. Doesn't want to take a lot of testosterone. He's 40 years old. And, you know, so he's only taking, I think, like 70 milligrams of testosterone, which is nothing. And then his IGF-1 level, I looked at everything on his blood after the providers did. I'm like, your IGF-1 level is really low, dude. I think it was an 80. And the scale goes to like 89. So he's below clinically deficient for growth hormone. I'm like, dude, you got to get this up. You got to do something to get this up. So, you know, he's going to probably go on CJC 1295 with Ipamorelin, see how that works, and then if not, scale up to maybe MK, but you got to have self-control, and that's what I told him. Trying to put on some lean muscle. What can I take to help me to do so? So MK677, Corey, that's when I was talking about. That, Hercules Potion, use those things together. I mean, you should be rocking and rolling. Have you been growing or what have you been taking? So, yes, 3 to 4 months to see major results. Stay on same regimen religiously. Yep, that's true. All right. Any other questions on here before I go on to my next topic? I got some good ones. Straight Guy said PCPs are good for colds and fevers, but most are clueless to the endocrine system and the importance of normal hormone balance. So true. They never get taught this in medical school, guys. So at that point, you know, they're kind of in land where they really don't know. YG Lee said, I went and got lab work done. My Tesla was 703 and my free test was 11.7. Would I still benefit from clomiphene to bring up my free test? Man, so you've been off of clomiphene because I know you were on it before. And your levels came back at a 703? That's pretty good, dude. I mean, the free test could definitely be up. But there is another medication that you can prescribe, Danazol, that will bring up just free testosterone. Shaped by Sarah in the house. What's up, Tight Net Sarah? What's going on, girl? You better get ready because we got a lot of events coming up. We need to get things rocking and rolling. I can't wait for you guys to see some of these events. They're going to be awesome. Kayleen, how you doing? Sammy Eden, what's up? Jana P, 24 Sydney, how you doing? Any ladies out there that have any questions about hormones or anything like that? I'll answer them for you guys too as well. All right, Joey Bings, what's going on? How you guys doing? All right, so yeah, MK677 will definitely bring it up. Oh, he was on it. Test 200 milligrams. IGF. Yeah, dude, that's a good solid. So Fez was talking about how he gained 15 pounds and he's got really good results. He's taking Tescipinate 200 package from us, which is 200 milligrams of Cepinate, testosterone, and anastrozole for estrogen blocker, and then clomiphene, I believe, as his add-back therapy. Thank you, Michael Scott. Gave me 25 diamonds. I appreciate it. MK677 or IGF-1 and Hercules Potion. That is a great trifecta right there for sure. You'll definitely get some good results. I promise you on that. No, MK677 just makes you hungry and energetic. It does. MK makes you hungry, man. And some people it makes you a little bit tired, so it is what it is. Shaped by Sarah, for sure. I'm excited for it, too. We got to get some pictures in, too. I'm going to get the photo shoots going so we can get all that stuff. So be ready, girl. All right, so Corey said, I'm trying to get off 45 pounds or less, trying to get the six-pack going for the first time in my life. So you're trying to lose weight right now, right? All right. So if you're trying to lose weight, semaglutide or Aries injectable weight loss therapy is going to be a game changer for you. That will get off the 45 pounds pretty quick. Quicker than probably anything we have. And you can also stack that with ECA Stack Plus or AOD and get a very, very expedited result from there. How long would that meditation take to bring up my medication? The first one. Danazol is a game changer, guys. A lot of people don't know about Danazol. I've been talking about Danazol for 9 years. Danazol is a great drug. Now, Danazol is actually in the family, the Zol, right, of aromatase inhibitors. It was originally supposed to be an aromatase inhibitor. Now, it might inhibit a little bit, but it does not do like a anastrozole, letrozole. Does not do that at all. It might knock it down a little bit, but it doesn't knock it down a lot. You can't go on testosterone replacement therapy with Danazol only as an estrogen blocker because your levels will be through the roof on estrogen. You will have water retention, irritability, and then possibly gynecomastia, so you don't want that. But Danazol frees up that testosterone. What it does is, the other test that maybe you should run YG Lee is this one. Is an SHBG test, a sexual hemoglobin binding globulin test, right? And the SHBG will tell you, if the SHBG is high, then your testosterone is bound, right? And your free testosterone correlates and it's low. But if that SHBG is low, usually your free testosterone is through the roof. And that's how mine is. Like, I'll show you guys on my next blood test. I'll run an SHBG on there so you guys can see it and see, like, what tests kind of correlate with what test. So when you guys look at your blood work, because, if you're getting blood work that much, right? If you're getting it every 3-6 months, you should be asking your provider, what are these tests? What are these testing? And kind of get a feel for it. That way, you can kind of look at the test when you get your new ones and kind of understand what's going on here, right? So, yeah, I'll look at that. Oh, my beautiful wife, Tsikouris, in the house enjoying. Thanks, baby. I appreciate that. Ram Kid, what's up? Afrin, how you doing? Big Drew, search nationwide. Man, I've been missing my Titan family in the house. I've been out for baseball games and trips, all these things going on. I miss being in the office. I miss being around my crew. And I got to see Big Drew today. He was walking down the street. I'm like, hey, what's Drew? I'm like, get in real quick. He got in with me real quick. We just rode out. We talked a little bit. It was really good. Stuff like that I love to do. All right. Just started my semi-glutide yesterday. Test therapy next month as well. Boom. You're going to be hitting it, Muay Thai Bob, sorry. You're going to be hitting it. Mine got it done. It was 45. Yeah, I got to look at what the reference range was. Was it through LabCorp? I got to see. DJ Todd, what's going on? Was it high? It'll usually say next to whatever your blood test you have. It'll say high or have an arrow pointing up. Dave, how you doing? YG Lee, what's good? He's going to be Titan fam in 7 days. Carl, what's up? Shree said I miss Drew too. Big Rude, what's going on? How you doing? All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into the first topic of the day. And if you guys have any questions, shoot them out to me and we'll talk about them. But the first topic of the day is how addictive Diet Coke harms your body in just 1 hour. 1 hour. Andreas Yepes, this is going out to you because you drink Diet Coke like it's going out of style. Everybody thinks that Diet Coke is great. Might have 0 calories, lower caffeine, no sugar. I'm loving this, right? This is the ultimate dream. I'm going to drink pop and not have any of the negative things that go along with it. Wrong. Diet Coke is probably worse for you than regular Coke. It might have a little bit less caffeine, but it has harmful chemicals in it, right? It has artificial sweeteners. And you're going, artificial sweeteners are good. Artificial sweeteners suck. I've been talking about it for a long time. And they're in everything. They're in everything. Everything that's out there that's 0 calorie, no sugar, artificial sweeteners. So at that point, to flavor water, Mio, all these things, artificial sweeteners. You're putting them in everything. Why? It's better to have real sugar, and real sugar is not good for you either. Sugar cane is not the best for you. It's not. But it's better for you than probably artificial sweeteners. And the reason is, so some of these different things as far as artificial sweeteners can cause a number of different health problems. From cardiovascular disease to, cancer in some cases, of what these studies say. And at that point, drinking Diet Coke in the first hour consumption alone, in the first hour alone, your body activates a fat storage mode. This is just, your body is just storing fat. You're saying, man, I'm on all this Diet Coke and I'm not losing weight. Diet Coke was touted as a weight loss supplement, right? That's what the company decided. This is great for people who want to lose weight. It's not, though. It's a weight-friendly advertising, but dentists even say, it erodes enamel. So it's got carbonic acid in it because it's carbonated. So anything that has carbon that makes that fizz has carbonic acid. And that's what causes the erosion. It's a highly acidic thing. Now, that's one thing, right? Because we're going to drink highly acidic things possibly or whatever. I don't know. They say drink with a straw, and you should be good in that case and scenario where it's not eroding your enamel like it would if you were just drinking it inside your mouth. It also can be more susceptible to cavities and sensitivity in your teeth. So at that point, you don't want that either, right? When you just breathe it in, it's like ice cold coming to your teeth. You're like, this hurts so bad. Others say that it can mess up as far as the insulin, released in the body and not working correctly. But this really has to do with people that are obese or maybe have diabetes or different things, different artificial sweeteners. But, there's different ones out there, and they're saying there's no evidence with this insulin thing with Diet Coke, specifically the aspartame, sulfame K. So at that point, we'll see. There's got to be more studies that are going to be done on this stuff, especially after all this stuff's coming out. This is just no good. The World Health Organization says that these additives are not recommended for weight loss. Any of these artificial sweeteners are not recommended for it as well. In just 40 minutes after taking your first sip of Diet Coke, experts claim the drink will contain 46 milligrams of caffeine in a 12-ounce can that triggers a short addictive high. At 60 minutes, the caffeine can increase thirst. So you're not quenching your thirst, so you're probably drinking because, hey, man, I need something to drink. And you're drinking, you're like, shit, I need more to drink. I'm still thirsty. And you keep drinking. Like, man, like, I'm just not quenching this thirst. So, guys, make a good choice. Drink water. Drink some good fruit juice or smoothie. Even fruit juices, watch out for what you're drinking. Because you don't want all sugar. You don't want to just spike sugar levels. That's not good either. And that's what juice does, right? Unless you have the fibers that go along with it, then you're really doing yourself maybe a disservice. Now, are you going to be able to drink water every day, all day, 24/7? Probably not. But you can change it up a little bit, put some fruit in your water and stuff like that. And then from time to time, if you want to have one of these, you can. I'm not saying cut it out completely, but I would say cut it out completely if you can. But if you can't, you need to have one. Make sure that you bust butt in the gym for a week or two or whatever it is, and it's a reward. And treat it as so. And don't drink any more than one. All right? So that's my thing with this. All right? Whew. All right. A lot to say there. Cherie said, John got me to stop drinking Coke 13 years ago. Best decision ever. Diet is the worst. Tell them about the cranberry diet we saw last week is so bad. So, yeah. So, when I met Cherise was smoking cigarettes all day and eating McDonald's all day, no doubt, and drinking Coke. First Coke was right when she woke up. When she woke up, first thing she would do is drink a Coke. Like, literally, like, wake up, like, move out of bed, grab her Coke, pop it open, and then probably she'd go out and smoke a cigarette afterwards when she got dressed. I don't know. I can't remember back then because it wasn't too long when she did this stuff. Because I was like, hey, listen, I can't get with this. Especially back then, I was really, really dedicated to fitness lifestyle. And I still am, but, at this point, like, life's life for me. I want to have some fun. But then it was just, hey, listen, I'm training 2 hours a day. I'm eating right. You got to do this to be around me. I cannot have smoke. Man, that was the worst. I grew up with my dad. My dad was a smoker, so he smoked 2 packs of Reds. And I'd be in the car, and then, like, up north, in the winter, most of the months, it was cold. So the windows would usually be up, and he'd be chain smoking inside the car. And back then, we didn't know about, secondhand smoke. I think that didn't come out till I was, like, in, like, maybe middle school or high school. And by that time, I wasn't riding with him like that. So it's just crazy how things went. He's done smoking, too, so God bless. Texas girl Susie, how you doing? Ala Jimenez, what's going on? How you guys doing? You guys got any things? Shoot them at me. What's the best protein to take? That's a good question. Now, with me, guys, I don't take any supplementation orally. I haven't for a long time. Even protein. Protein I try to get from my food. Steak, chicken, lamb. I've been eating all kinds of stuff. But, some people need protein shakes. Now, let me take that back. I do drink 1 protein shake or 2 a day. And that's the pre-made ones. And because they're easy accessible and I'm on the go. And I can't eat at that point in time. And I got to get it in. So, I'll drink like a muscle milk or something like that. Now, protein-wise, if you're going to make a protein shake, you're going to go buy it. Some of the best I've seen, I actually seen today with Drew. I started looking with Drew today. We started talking about, because my son's 13. He's like 6'2". He's big. He's got a good frame, but he needs to start adding muscle. So we talked about, what we're going to do. And, creatine's the only thing I'm going to be able to give him, right? So we started talking about creatine. We started looking at a brand called Raw. Raw is pretty good. I liked, as long as it is what they say it is. That's my only scary thing about supplements. They promise the world, and then inside is not the world. But these look pretty good. And they're, I would say a whey protein, hydrolyzed protein, something like that. It just depends. But at that point, those are going to be your best ones. And, Naked was the brand that I looked at. But there's other good ones out there, just whey protein that you can get. But, the Naked one looked really good as far as, where the protein sources came from, from the grass-fed cows and all this stuff. And then usually when you look at the back of those labels, even whey protein, the ingredient list is like this, where this one is not. It's just basic. I love that, just, hey, listen, it's real simple. This is what it is, and that's it. So that would probably be your best one. What's the gross cranberry diet? So it wasn't a cranberry diet she was talking about. She was talking about a diet cranberry drink. So it was ocean spray cranberry juice, right? So she went, and we were in the supermarket, and we're looking at these things, and we're looking at the cranberry juices, and I'm telling her, hey, listen, I'm just, before I even look at this article, right, I'm like, listen, watch out for the artificial sweeteners, because it's diet, that's what they're going to put in it, it is what it is, I don't think it's going to be good. So we started looking at the back, right, nutrition facts and all that. The diet was worse than the regular. Couldn't believe it. So, I mean, in a number of different categories, it was just crazy. So, at that point, it might be okay just to get the regular whatever version is. Like I said, I would just have balance and do what's right and don't drink a lot of the bad stuff. The longer you get away from the stuff and drinking it or eating it, the more you don't want it. The more you do drink it or eat it, the more you want it. It's just crazy. Your brain, your body, it's like it's fixed on it, right? So get into the healthier habits, and I promise it will be a lot easier to maintain and sustain and be able to progress and where you want to go, 100%. John the Titan, what up, Tommy Mixer? How you doing, man? Can fasting give you mental clarity? They say so. They say, there's a lot of different things as far as fasting, what they say. They say, it'll help your immune system, it'll help with mental clarity, you'll have energy. Listen, I've done the fasted thing for a while. I did it a couple of years ago when I was fasting. I wasn't fasting the 12 hours, but I was fasting 6. And then another 6 like down the road. But at that point, maybe 8. It's been a while. But, I performed great. I did. I looked good. I was building muscle still. And, they say that. I wasn't going to a calorie deficit every day because I would eat. After the fasting was done, I'd eat. I'd get the calories in. But it was majority protein. I cut out a lot of the carbs, probably all of them at that point. So it worked really well. So I think that fasting can be a good thing too as well. And now I think that if you fast like extended periods, amounts of time, they say that could mess up metabolic function, your metabolism. So, that could be a risk. So at that point, I wouldn't do it for long, extended periods of time. But hey, listen, maybe for a month or two, you could run it and see how it works for you, right? See where you're going. And if it's going wrong, right? If you've been in it, it's been a week or two, and things just don't feel right or things are off, then listen, then you get off the fasting diet and go back to what you were doing. But you got to give it a chance too as well. Barry Tony, what's going on? G Nutrition. Corey Bryant, what SARMs are good for putting on muscle and not putting on water weight? They suck. Sorry, Corey. SARMs, select androgen receptor modulators. They were supposed to be the truth. They suck. So the thing behind SARMs was this. It was supposed to help with androgen, right, and testosterone levels, but not needing an estrogen blocker or aromatization to happen. Now, pharmaceutical companies were actually working on these things, and that's where they actually came from. But they weren't getting great results as far as the studies and everything. So at that point, they just dropped them. Now, there's research and chemical sites out there, and supplement companies have been selling SARMs a long time now, at least 10 years, maybe 12. But at that point, they do nothing but negative to you. Let's explain why. So, have a ton of people, and younger guys especially, that have taken SARMs. They think it's going to be all good, and they never want to take testosterone that early in life. So, what do? They set themselves up for failure to have to possibly take testosterone and clomiphene or something to get their levels back up. The reason is, SARMs actually shut off your natural production. I've seen it with a number of patients. Younger, older, take SARMs, shut down their natural production, crash their levels, and then being messed up and us having to fix them. Not cool. Especially for a younger guy. Let's say a guy's 21 years old. 18 years old. I've seen some of these younger guys. I'm like, dude, this is not right. You shouldn't be like this at 18. You should be balling at 18. I don't care who you are. That, liver toxicity. That's the other big one that goes along with SARMs. I see all the time. And I know there are some injectable ones out there I've seen lately. They might bypass the liver. I wouldn't take a chance with them, man. I mean, I just don't see anything that's good coming from SARMs. There might be some good ones out there, possibly, because I haven't kept up on every single one, new ones that are dropping. But, the ones that I've seen, not too good as far as overall health, and doing something. If you're going to mess with testosterone levels and your testosterone is going to crash, you might as well take testosterone. You're taking a worse substitute than what you would take and still getting the negative result that you didn't want because you didn't take testosterone, right? I mean, it is what it is. It's crazy. All right. What else we got here? Look like Hercules, John. I appreciate that. Thank you. Any other ones on here? All right. Why Julie said, I can't wait to be a patient. I just know I'm going to love it here. Tight medical. You definitely are, for sure. All right. You see, man, you've been with us for a long time. All right. Fasting will cleanse triglycerides and fix any type of type 2 sugar issues. Mom, Wednesday, Friday, 24-hour fast with any days, high in protein, low carb, and all good. Yeah, that's what I did. I didn't do 24 hours, but I just found out I have a torn rotator cuff. My gym time is screwed. Any suggestions? Yes, BPC 157, TB 500. They will help, for sure, 100%. It'll help you get through, unless, depending on what's torn in the rotator cuff. Is it the rotator? Is it the labrum? Let me know. But TB 500, BPC 157, definitely going to help you for sure at that. And if you have to get surgery, you want that afterwards too as well to help you heal quicker, for sure, 100%. Been there. I know exactly what you're going through. I got slap tears in both shoulders right now still. So it is what it is. Torn meniscus, what is something I can take to help me out? BPC 157 and TB 500. Never listen to James Cameron. Never listen to James Cameron. I mean, he's Vegan City, man. He made the movie that was on Netflix that everybody was talking about, game changers and all this, and how vegan was this and vegan was that. It's garbage. But it is funny because I'm going to take you guys, I'm going to do some videos with one of my cardiologists. He's a cardiologist surgeon. And at that point, he's total vegan, 100%. So me and him always get in the debates about meat and vegan and all that stuff. But I want him to talk about, cardiovascular health and testosterone replacement. I think this is something that doesn't need to come from me. It definitely needs to come from a medical provider that's been doing this for a long time. It's very educated on it and has seen a lot of these different things. And, can give a medical provider, not opinion, but, look into why it's good or what the benefits are. Is there any negative things that could happen? I think it's good to get that information and education from the provider directly. So it's going to be awesome. All right, next one. Obesity impairs the brain's response to nutrient intake. Okay? So, if you're obese, you're probably not thinking the best. It can set you up for a number of different health-related things. Disease, Alzheimer's disease, dementia, all these different things because your brain being damaged because you're obese. Because, the different things you might be taking in food-wise, these things might not be getting put where they need to be, right? The brain is not thinking or is not doing what it's supposed to do. So at that point, you definitely want to make sure if you're obese now, you can change things. You can make things so you get in control of your body and what it's doing. But you got to put in the work. It's not something that's going to come easy. Obesity has been found to have several potential side effects on the brain, leading to both structural and functional changes. Cognitive functioning, brain structure, Alzheimer's disease and dementia, mental health will be at a higher risk for disorders, inflammation and oxidative stress. Inflammation and oxidative stress are some of the worst things that could happen. This could actually change your DNA, right? Oxidative stress affects so many different things, organs, all these different things. So being obese is not healthy. And anybody that touts being obese is healthy is lying to you. All these magazines, media covers, and I see one, it's this very obese woman. This is healthy. It's not healthy. Okay, it doesn't matter how much you want to push it. And are they pushing it because majority of those people that are creating those ads are obese or overweight, and they think it's okay, so they're going to push it on other people? I don't understand it. Even when you look at the mannequins these days, go into a store, most of the mannequins are plus sizes, and that's because majority of people are overweight and obese. So I understand the clothing companies because they're trying to sell to their demographic, and their demographic has changed. It's not little skinny women and fit dudes. It's obese women and obese dudes or overweight. If you're in shape or you're at 10% body fat, you're a small percentage of people in the country, in the world to a certain extent, but the country for sure. When we look outside, to the different countries, we're one of the worst when it comes to people being fat and obese. It's because when you go to Europe or anywhere like that, usually the portion size are a lot smaller. They're not taking as much food and calories in as we are. We are an excessive, place, a country in that terms. It shows for sure, and not in a good way. All right, Yo, how do you protect the kidneys while I'm testing antibiotic cycles? All right, so while you're on testosterone, that should not affect kidneys whatsoever. Oxandrolone. So when we talk about oxandrolone, Anavar, it's one of the most commonly fabricated steroids out there. Unless you're getting it prescribed and from a U.S. licensed pharmacy, you're probably not getting Anavar oxandrolone. That's what it is, right? You might be getting D-ball or something that might have a totally different effect than what you're looking for. So be careful. The next thing, if you're going to be on oxandrolone, you're going to want to drink a lot of water. You're going to make sure the kidneys are hydrated. You want to make sure the blood pressure is under control. These two things will damage kidneys if they're off. And these are things that oxandrolone could possibly do. If you take oxandrolone for too long of a time, it can actually crystallize inside the kidneys. You don't want that. So they usually say 90 days tops. Just be careful with whatever you're doing. All right, Jake? I have legit VAR attested. All right, so you should be good. And if it's 10 milligrams or 50 milligrams, just be safe with what you're doing, okay? You should be good to go. You're welcome. All right, any other questions on? All right, water is so key and so basic. It really is. Our body is made up majority of water, and you know what? A lot of people don't want to drink it. I'm like, why? That's what you're made of. Are you upset? Or you don't care about where you come from? You come from water almost, right? So you got to make sure you get in the water. I tell this to my son, and he's trying to get on it. So I'm just like, dude, you got to do it. You got to do it. You got to drink water. All right, so next week is going to be a special week for Titan. So one of my good friends is coming in town, and he's going to come into Titan. And his name is Michael Hearn. So if you don't know who Michael Hearn is, he's a Titan. And me and Mike have definitely connected like solid, I would say, the last 2 months. Constant communication. Dude's awesome. I mean, same goals, same path, same messages we want to send to people. He's there, dude. It's awesome. So Michael Hearn will be in the house. Now, I don't know what we're going to do. We've got a lot of things planned, or hopefully, and we'll get a lot of content shot, and hopefully it'll be on one of these lives, or we'll do a podcast or whatever it is, and you guys can see it in full. But definitely happy to have him, his wife, his son, who is named Titan, come in and spend some time with our family. We've been trying to connect. I was going to go out to Cali, and I was, man, it's got so much going on with my kids and baseball and everything. I want you to come down here in Tampa, show you around, do some things. And he's like, yeah, sure, man, let's do it. So they're all coming down. So I can't wait. I really can't wait, man. I think Mike is, he's, if I had to put a face to a Titan, he would be one of them, right? This is a guy who lives a lifestyle. He's 52 years old. He looks more amazing than most of these guys that are 20 or 30 years old. It's crazy. So Michael Hearn will be in the house. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. If you guys haven't signed up for the newsletter, sign up for the newsletter. Thanks, Christian. I appreciate that. Yeah, Mike is awesome. Very genuine and no nonsense. That is what I love about Mike. He is great. He'll tell it like it is. He don't care. It's a beautiful thing. That's how we should be. And the one thing that me and him really, really have been talking about is how these younger kids and these men have to set the example to be masculine, good men, right? Not bad guys, good men. And to make sure masculinity is still there, because it's needed. It is definitely needed. Not toxic masculinity, good masculinity. Masculinity is good. There's nothing wrong with masculinity. That's a man. That's how a man should be, masculine. That's not how a woman should be. A woman should be masculine. But it is what it is. They want to be, they can be. That's the best part about being a United States citizen. You're an American, you can do whatever the hell you want. But that's my opinion. You might have yours. It is what it is. We can agree to disagree, or we can agree together. Either way is fine with me. I'm good with it. All right, upcoming events. 8-3-85, the Titan Medical Tampa Pro. I can't wait. Title sponsor again, back where we should be. Big shout out to Tim Gardner and Tim Gardner Productions and everybody that works there and on the productions. Amazing team. It's always such a great event. We'll be giving away free B12 shots, free amino shots. Hopefully I'll have some guests down here, some special guests. You might, hopefully everything works out with Mike next week and we can come to agreements and stuff like that. He'll be back, and be representing. And I think it would be awesome to have him down again for this, but we'll see. I don't want to jump too far ahead. After that, 9/15 to 9/16, St. Pete Art and Fashion Week. Title sponsor and the main fashion designer, Titan Medical Center. Can't wait for that. After that, 10/21 Hurricane Pro in St. Pete. Big shout out to Tim Garner Productions for that one too as well. And then after that, 11/2 to 11/5 will be in Orlando for Olympia 2023. After that, that Sunday, 11/5 Festival of Speed at the Ritz-carlton Orlando. We're going to have some badass rides. Titan rides going to be representing. I can't wait. After that, Cars and Couture on 11/18. That's going to be amazing. That will be at the Enclave tentatively. And at that point, it's a phenomenal facility. So hopefully everything will work through. That's where we'll be at. That's benefiting Autism Speaks charity. I can't wait. All right, so let's get to the poll question. How would you describe your eating habits, diet? 18% said I eat healthy foods and drink a lot of water. You guys are on point. 13% said I take over-the-counter supplements. What does that do? 16% said I exercise consistently. That's great, but that has nothing to do with your eating habits. 13% said I get plenty of sleep. Awesome. 10% said I do all the above, but I still feel tired. You need to get blood test. I do all the above and feel great. 10%. Awesome. I take diet therapies. 20%. Woohoo! That's the highest one on there. Good job, people. You guys are on point. Then I guarantee you guys are starting to feel good. Jimmy Doss started my 3rd week of estradiol blockers and test today. Awesome. How are you feeling, Jimmy? Are you feeling any better? Are you feeling any changes? Please let me know, man. I love to hear from patients. I do. I love to hear if they start, how they're doing. Hey, listen, if something's wrong, we need to fix it. Hey, I'm all about that. We want to make sure we take care of our Titan patients, like Titan family, and make sure that they're good all the way through. Big Frank, the tank. What's up, dude? How you doing? Ralph, how you doing? All right, guys. I think that's it. I think that's the show. It's been a good show. I'm glad I'm back to my normal time at 6 p.m. So it's really, really good. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining me again. And I'll see you guys next week for Titan Talk Tuesday with me and John C. of Titan Medical Center. And I believe it'll be at 6 p.m. again. I can't wait to get back to my normal time and stick there. I love that. So I appreciate it. Jimmy said, I'm feeling immensely better. My lifts, energy, and general happiness are all up and up. Awesome, Jimmy. That's awesome. I'm glad. I hope you feel even better and better. And just keep improving, man. I hope you keep progressing. That's what it's all about. Life is all about progression every way, shape, and form. You do it for yourself, man. All right. So I'll see you guys next Tuesday, Titan Talk Tuesday with me, John C.O., 6 p.m. Love you. Thank you. And thank